Hello, guys. I once again welcome you to another enlightening edition of Manual TV Sports Channel's daily updates. And quickly, let's check out the tidbits for today's stories. The 2025-2026 European football season has officially kickstarted today. And of course, several Black Stars players were taken to the pitch. And I'm going to talk from their performances tonight for their various European clubs. I will talk from the camps of Salis Abdul Samed, Abdul Fatawu, the star boy Mohamed Kudus, and the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. But before I proceed with the details of all these stories, please, if you are new on this platform, let's do it together quickly. Kindly subscribe to the channel, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Don't forget to like the video and share to other social media platforms. You can follow Manual TV Sports both on Facebook and TikTok, and leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts in my subsequent videos. Please, let's share our candid opinions about Partey and Semenyo's tonight's performance at Anfield for AFC Bournemouth against Liverpool. Let's show some love for Partey and Semenyo. He scored 2 goals for AFC Bournemouth, and that was quite interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight forward into the video. And to start with is a camp of the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Exactly 20 days to the resumption of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, of which the Black Stars of Ghana is serving 2 matches spread across September. The first one will be on the 4th of September against Chad, an away game. 4 days later, on the 8th of September 2025, will be the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, against Mali at the Accra Sports Stadium, the nation's Wembley. And ahead of the game, the goalkeeper trainer of the team, Fatawu Dauda, has spoken at length with City Sports, and according to him, the team knows the task ahead, and for them to qualify, they have to win, and for them to win, they have to score goals. Let's check it out on our screens.
Let me just pick quick thoughts on the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. We've got Mali and Chad coming up. We need to win these 2 games and qualify for the World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. What are you expecting?
Well, to qualify to a tournament, you need to win a game. To win the game, you need to score. So we have, as you said, we have 2 games ahead of us. So we are just we are telling Ghanaians to play for us. We are going to do the job, and the players are going to play. So we need to win these matches, which is not going to be easy, because they are also doing calculations, and we know we also have to win. What we have played is gone. Now we have 2 games to play ahead of us. So we need to do everything possible, and then we can win those 2 games.
The season is yet to start, but we've seen some Ghanaian players already hitting top form. Fatawu, Jordan Ayew, Mohamed Kudus yesterday was in action for Spurs in the UEFA Super Cup. What do you think this players can do to actually stay fit and come to Ghana in September and start a qualifying?
Our prayers is to see the boys playing this way. If they do this way, they bring it to the national team, and it's good for us, and it's good for the brand as a nation. So it's good for them, and it's good for the team too.
Just quick thoughts on what you make about the support for the Black Stars in recent times. We've played, I think, a lot of our games at the Accra Sports Stadium. What do you make about the reception you've seen for the Black Stars?
Well, I was surprised when we played Chad here, because it's been a while the national team played a competitive match in Accra Sports Stadium. But they came in their numbers, and it makes me remember when we played Egypt in Kumasi. They came in their numbers, they supported, and then we had good results. Even last time when I went to watch the President Cup, Hase Kotoko, the park was full, so I'm very sure our next 2 games or our next home game as a national team, I'm very sure the fans are going to turn up in their numbers to support the team.
All right, Lion, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Away from the camp of the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, is to the camp of Salis Abdul Samed. He is ever ready to compete for his new club, OGC Nice. He had some drills today. He has had his first training session, and you could see this guy is very sharp. He's looking sharp. Aside that, he's full of energy, and that is that from his camp. Away from the camp of Salis Abdul Samed is to the camp of Abdul Fatawu. With the latest reports coming in, he has been tipped to join Aston Villa, and with the news that I'm having from further research, if Leon Bailey of Aston Villa is to leave Aston Villa to AS Roma, meaning Abdul Fatawu will now get the opportunity to join in Aston Villa in the upcoming season. As to whether it will materialize or not, I've already spoken about him being subject of interest for several European clubs, especially with EPL clubs. And I've spoken about Everton. But with Everton, he's committed to his club side, Leicester City. As to whether he'll be leaving Leicester City to join Aston Villa, if the deal of Leon Bailey to AS Roma materialize, that one will be another topic to be talked about in my subsequent videos. And away from his camp is to the camp of the star boy Mohamed Kudus. And with the latest reports coming in, his head coach, Frank Thomas, has spoken about his role on the field of play. He was being asked whether Kudus can play as a midfielder because they have been blighted with injuries going forward in the starting of the 2025-2026 EPL season. And according to manager Frank Thomas, Kudus Mohamed is a flexible player and it depends on the challenge that they'll be going in against. But he, as a manager, he knows Kudus to be an attacking midfielder, doubling it up as a right winger. These are the two positions as a manager he knows about Mohamed Kudus. But anything can happen since he's a flexible player. Let's see what happens and let's check it out, what he has to say about Kudus' role at Tottenham Hotspur.
Off of Kudus, we've seen the glimpses of the great player he is in white, defending as well as he is going forward. But we've also seen him play everywhere, second striker, right wing, 10, 8 in his career. With your midfield injuries, would you play him centrally as a 10 consistently, or you prefer him in the wide areas?
I think depending on the game, the challenge, the game plan and so on, he can play in all those positions you just named there. So I think preferably he's probably right wing 10, can play both positions. But I like flexible players that gives us opportunities. But those are the two main positions.
Still in the camp of the star boy Mohamed Kudus, he has been given a legacy number from Tottenham Hotspur's team, just having his competitive debut. This one was the official debut for Mohamed Kudus on the 13th of August 2025. They did that most of Tottenham fans will never forget. That was their UEFA Super Cup final defeat to PSG. And this legacy number is to show the competitive appearance of Mohamed Kudus to Tottenham Hotspur. And he is the 896th player to have his competitive appearance for Tottenham Hotspur. And that is very exciting and interesting to know about Mohamed Kudus joining Tottenham Hotspur. Coming weekends, Kudus goes again. And let's see what will transpire from their game. And away from the camp of the star boy Mohamed Kudus is the performances of some Black Stars players and Ghanaian players tonight in Europe for their European clubs, various ones. And let's talk about Antoine Semenyo versus Liverpool. I know most of you guys had a full glare of the game. And the annoying parts of the game happened on the 30th minute. The game was put to a pause just because he was facing or he was subjected to racial abuse. One of the fans in a wheelchair needed to roll his wheelchair forward to just voice out those racial abuse or words to him. We don't know exactly what he said. And later he has to casually draw it back to his position, which was quite pathetic. They needed to halt the game for some minutes and later just move on with the game. And that was quite bad to know about the commencement of the 2025-2026 EPL season. But that didn't downgrade the performance of Antoine Semenyo. He came in the second half. There were 2 goals down. Semenyo was able to have his consolation goal, had the equalizer. But later on, it became another story for AFC Bournemouth against Liverpool, the defending champions. They came back with 2 quick goals, adding it to be 4-2 at the end of 90 minutes of Soccer Fiesta. And let's check out the performance of Antoine Semenyo tonight against Liverpool. Semenyo played the full throttle, that is the 90 minutes of Soccer Fiesta, with 2 goals. So the start of EPL, Semenyo has scored 2 goals, no assists. Antoine Semenyo, he covered distance of 10.6 kilometers. Number of sprints, 10. Top speed, 32.7 kilometers per hour. Touches, 36. Accurate passes, 7 out of 16, representing 44%. Semenyo key passes, 0. Shots on target, 2. Shots off target, 1. Shots blocked, 0. Semenyo with dribble pass in terms of success, 1 out of 3. Big chances missed, 1. Grandiose, he attempted 8. 3 were successful. Antoine Salom Semenyo, total tackles, 1. Interceptions, 1. Block shots, 0. He had a rating of 8.8 out of 10.0 and was being starred, meaning he was the man of the match from so far as cash rating. And looking at his performance, it's very obvious that Antoine Salom Semenyo needed to get the man of the match award. And that is that from his camp. Let's show love. Let's show love in the comment box for Semenyo. Semenyo is back. Still in the camp of Antoine Salom Semenyo, Lai Kingston was lyrical about him. According to him, for some years now, he has been Black Stars or Ghana's #1 player for his club in Europe, that is AFC Bournemouth. But when it comes to the Black Stars, we don't give him that opportunity. We don't give him that flexibility for him to explore. And that is the challenging part of Semenyo playing for Ghana. Let's check it out on our screens.
So, for me, for some time now, Semenyo has been our best player for Ghana. He's been our best player. I was a little bit worried about him because of the way we use him in our national team, because sometimes we don't give him that kind of freedom to operate the way he was doing in his club. You can see he's been very consistent with his club. Bournemouth last season is their best player in the Premier League. But when you watch Semenyo, the way Bournemouth is using him, and he's giving them results. When it comes to the national team, I think they restrict him from doing what he can do. You know, so for me, he's been our best players in the Premier League, and then in Europe as a whole, he did so well, more than any other Ghanaian player in Europe.
And still in the performances of some Ghanaian and Black Stars players, let's check out the workaholic midfielder Partey's official debut game for Villarreal against Real Oviedo. We had 2 Black Stars players, or 2 Ghanaian players. One is Black Stars player Partey, and Kwesi Sibo also playing for the other side, or the opposite side, Real Oviedo. And looking at Partey's performance tonight for Villarreal, this was his official debut game for Villarreal. He came in on the 82nd minute, and let's check out brief performance of Partey. Partey played 9 minutes with no goal, no assist. Partey had 15 touches of the 9 minutes. Accurate passes, 12 out of 13, representing 92%. Partey crosses, 0. Key passes, 0. Shot on target, 0. He had a rating of 6.7 out of 10.0. And I think going forward, he will be augmented into the squad so that he will be part of the first 11. But this was his official debut game, and you can side with Villarreal head coach because he didn't have enough of the preseason. He had only 1 game against Aston Villa, and just the game after Aston Villa is their La Liga opener against Oviedo, meaning it's very good for Partey to start from the bench. And to the camp of his compatriots, Kwesi Sibo, tonight it wasn't quite interesting for him against Villarreal. Kwesi Sibo played all the 90 minutes with no goal, no assists. He had 37 touches with 27 out of 31, representing 87% passing accuracy. Key passes, 1. Crosses, 0. Long balls. As a midfielder, he attempted 4. 3 were successful. Shots on target, 0. Off target, 0. Block, 0. Kwesi Sibo had a rating of 6.6 out of 10.0. So these are the performances of some Ghanaian and Black Stars players. Indeed, Antoine Salom Semenyo showed that composure, unstoppability, and energy against Liverpool. Partey came in to test the waters with his passing accuracy being as simple as, with Arsenal. Same with Villarreal tonight against Oviedo. With Kwesi Sibo dominating in the midfield for Oviedo. They were being defeated by Villarreal with 2 goals to 0. And that is that from the performances of these Ghanaian players. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Subsequently, I'll give you a shout out. Let's meet in the next one. As a Frenchman will say, au revoir.